What's up, everybody? Have you embarked on a DIY project where you're building a wall of 2x lumber? Are you in the middle of cutting your studs and you're putting your wall together and it's just not fitting? Your studs are too short or too long? When you make your cuts, do they look like this when you try to put them in place? Are you saying to yourself, there's gotta be a less expensive way than going out and buying a miter saw to make perfectly 90-degree cuts in this 2x lumber? There's a faster, easier, less expensive way. And that's why you clicked on this video.
It's hip to be square. It's hip to be square. I like my fans.
Why are straight cuts so important? Well, this is the reason. You go to put this stud in place, you might be able to wedge it in place, but you have no nailing surface. There's nowhere to nail this stud in. You could get a single nail, maybe toed in here, toed in these areas, but is that really gonna do its job? The other thing is that if you have your cut's off at the bottom here, let's just say at the bottom plate, it's probably gonna be off at the top plate too. After you're done making that cut, it's probably gonna slide right out. If your cuts are off, they're not straight, it's not gonna help you blow through production. It's not gonna help you speed through production. People will tell you that you need to use a miter saw, for high production. Maybe if you were framing an entire house, we put up partition walls all the time. I'm not gonna lug a giant miter saw to the job site to cut, 20 studs. I'm just not gonna do it. It's a big waste of time. The other thing is that if you're a DIYer and you wanna build a wall, you might not own a miter saw. All of these suggestions I see and hear, use a miter saw, use a miter saw. What if someone wants to build a partition wall, okay? Do it right, make sure the cuts are straight, but they don't own a miter saw. Another thing I hear is people saying, set up jigs and clamps, and quite frankly, you could set up jigs if you were doing a ground up type construction. If you were building a partition wall, some of your stud sizes may vary. It's not like you're cutting, an entire bundle of studs and they all have to be the same size. There could be some variances. So if you're gonna set up a jig or set up, I just don't. I'm gonna give you a practical tip here. It's not illustrious, it's not glorious. I can't construct a jig. I'm not gonna whip out my miter saw. It's so simple, I think that a lot of people overlook it, and it's a very useful tool. I think everybody should own one. Matter of fact, I've had people ask me, I gotta frame something, can I borrow your miter saw? I'm like, my miter saw is reserved for molding work, okay? I have a finish blade on there. I won't loan you my miter saw, but I will loan you, boom, this. It's a simple speed square. Yeah, it's not illustrious. They're inexpensive. You can find them, buy one, get one free at the big box store. But this is, if we just use it for the hardware, not all the included math, the shortcuts, all the math that's already figured out, just as a piece of hardware, this thing is useful, especially as a saw guide. If you're interested in finding out about all the shortcuts and all of that math that's included in this handy little speed square, we'll link a video here. Why are we doing this video? Because on YouTube, I see a lot of videos about ripping sheet materials, but no one talks about a speed square and cutting rough lumber. I think it's almost just as important, especially for people that, we take for granted that, everybody should know this stuff. Everybody should know how to cut a stud straight. Some people don't, and that's why I felt it was so important to do this video, because there's an inexpensive way to doing the job right without having to go to the expense of buying a miter saw. Maybe you're not cutting, multiple studs. Maybe you're not, but, sometimes guys are like, just cut it. I want it to be as perfect as possible, within reason, and still be able to make money on the job, right? It's as simple as this. This is so simple. I'm not gonna try to drag this video out as long as I can, because it's that simple. This is so simple. Let's just say you needed a stud, 91 inches. Okay? All you would do, this is the fastest. I mean, we could do things like, you know, put two birds' mouths and you would make a line and do all this stuff. But let's get real here. It's about getting the job done. Okay? 91 inches. I need a stud 91 inches. This is what I'm going to do to make my cut as fast as possible. Find it on my tape. Okay? I'm going to make my mark. Now, I'm going to make my mark on the edge closest to me. Okay, 91 inches is closest to me. Why do I want to make it close to me? Because if I make it up here, you'll see what the issue is going to be. What we would do to use our speed square is we'd grab our saw, okay, and then all we're going to do is line our blade up with our pencil mark. You could line it up with the base of your saw, but I don't find that to be as fast and accurate. So, what you would do is, you're gonna put down your speed square, you're gonna put your saw on your lumber, okay? You're gonna move your speed square and your saw, you're gonna line your blade up with your mark that you made. That's it. That's it. Then what you're gonna do is, you're gonna put down your safety glasses first. Okay? You're gonna press your trigger on your saw. And then you're gonna ride the saw along your speed square and make your cut. That's why you want your pencil mark right there. This is practical information. You ever hear of the expression fire hosing people with information?
Yeah.
People can only take in so much information at a time. So they can only take little sips. We're gonna call it like a sip of water. I get it, oh, you know, it's nourishment. A little sip of water to rehydrate me, a little bit of water at a time. If you have a person that's dehydrated, okay, and you try to introduce too much liquids, fluids at once, like, do you know it might kill them? You know that? You have to give them a little bit at a time, little bit at a time. But what happens is that people do videos, like if I wanted to do a video that was 2 days long on how to use this speed square, because the book is this thick, we would be fire hosing them. It's so much information, fire hose them, it'll knock them over. They'll just start running away. I gotta get out of here, he's fire hosing me. You know what I mean? Drops. Just for nourishment. You know what I mean?
Like a baby bird.
That's all you want to give them. That's what we did today, Nick. Okay? We gave them a little bit of knowledge. Just enough for them to absorb. Just to kind of start to hydrate them on the usefulness of the speed square. Speed square. If you like this video, I hope you'll smash that like button. If you know somebody that's cut their cuts in 2x lumber, looks like Passyunk Avenue. Google that. Philadelphia, Passyunk Avenue. If it looks like Passyunk Avenue and you want them to straighten up their cuts in their 2x lumber, share this video with them. But as always, thanks a lot and make it an awesome day. And I'll see you tomorrow. And I'll see you all later. Have a great day. I'm dizzy now. I like trying new stuff, you know what I mean? If I like it, I'll try anything once. If I like it, I'll even do it twice. Did you like that video? Wondering what to watch next? Well, why don't you click over here and watch this video? Or click over here and watch this video. If you really like our content, we hope you consider getting subscribed by clicking right here. Thanks a lot, and have a great day, guys.